back again. Tag team of two. Country Rap Report. Your boy Vic XL.
What up? What you do, Spank?
And y'all know what we do. We give you guys an extensive amount of shows. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stop telling y'all what type of shows we give y'all. Because if y'all don't know by now, then you need a late pass. We give y'all content upon content upon content. And when I look, I see a lot of other podcasts on our heels, but you ain't in the 200 shit. So we gonna keep on trekking as y'all keep on trekking. And you know what? I'm so excited for the awards coming up in a few months.
Right.
Because I'm excited about this new category, media outlet or whatever we choose to call it. I'm excited about that because I want to see, because we're going to put reactors in there too, right?
Yeah, they're media.
Yeah, so they're definitely media when it comes to this genre more so than any other genre, because the reactors are definitely the ones on the forefront. But I'm excited to have the new category and the fact that we can't win.
Right.
I'm excited about that. I'm excited. But before we get too deep into the show.
Well, I saw you on the live the other day and you was talking about, you was trying to give Boss and a couple other, three females, like give them the heads up on getting in and becoming media.
Listen.
They should be doing that.
Listen, I am in, if I jump online, like a lot of times at work, I'll see people lives. And I don't know if y'all understand this, but this is something me and Spank talked about from the beginning. There is no radio in country rap.
No.
So the media is going to have to be what pushes the music until there is a radio.
Correct.
So, bro, I am almost recruiting people. If I see you online on a regular, and I know, especially if you have been in our chat, I'm telling them to start something.
Right. Because
number one, I don't view it as competition. Number two, even if it is competition, I feel like it benefits the genre.
Agreed.
Number three,
I wouldn't call it. There's never competition with media. There's just different sides and different points of view, and which is completely valid and 1,000% okay. Like you got our opinions. You got, I got shit to say. Opinion. I don't know if I fuck that name up all the time. Chad Arms and them. Right. You got them with their opinion. You got totally offensive with his opinion.
Oh,
all of the media people.
No.
I mean, we can't not include him because he has an opinion, and he is always swinging from Gator's nuts. But still, it's
I
still an
didn't know
opinion.
he was still out there.
He's still out there, but I'm not going to not give somebody their credit for what they are doing, even though you're an asshole. It's just, you can't. But I'm still going to give you the media props, and there's quite a few. There's a shit ton of review people and react people out there, so they outnumber us legitimate media people probably 10-1.
Yes,
so they definitely need to be like, you guys are really the backbone of the genre. If it weren't for y'all doing anything, the genre would be moving still at a snail's pace, and it would all be word of mouth, or you would have those others out there that are like Dylan Talks, who only talk about a select few. And those are usually be the people that are in the top, but you got Simba, you got Art of Kicks, you got, what's the big muscle bound dude? I can't remember his name. His name just went right out my head. You got Captain Kirk.
Kansas?
You got Kenny React. No, not Kansas. Kansas Rebel, man.
Muscles.
Short. I mean, he ain't short, but he's huge. Like big muscle bound black dude. He dibbles and dabbles in the country rap, but not a lot.
I don't know.
But yeah, I've seen him do a couple country rap reactions too. Like they're out there, but when you got a whole bunch of little guys and girls that have started, with moderate numbers, but they still are pushing the genre. And to you little people out there, as you are talking about these artists, and if these artists don't say anything back to you, I'm talking about a thumbs up or a appreciate it, anything in your inbox, fuck them. Do not continue to support those who don't support you. And this over here, in this genre, we are all lifting each other up. And I've said it at the beginning, when we started with 200 episodes, if you are not supporting us, the support from me will stop. Now, I'm not saying it won't stop. It will stop for the channel completely, but I'm going to stop talking about you because I'm doing this for you. And if you are not acknowledging that I'm doing this for you, even if it's a, fuck you, or it's, you just a hater, I'm okay with that. At least I know that you listened and you paid attention. And now we can continue to review you. But there's some on here. There are some big stars that I'm going to no longer continue to talk about because they are not acknowledging that we are trying to help them in their career.
With that being said, some of the people I'm pushing. Well, let me say this. I jumped in a live actually just last night. Just last night, I jumped in Uncle Turtle's live.
Okay.
And the one thing that really makes me proud, no matter who live I jump in, they always acknowledge us. They always acknowledge us, and that makes me that makes me push even more because it ain't like ain't nobody been a hater. But I jumped in a live. It was
not really,
huh?
Not really.
I mean,
I had to hate. I mean, big city. They didn't came and went. We had a couple of haters.
Well, it's generally what I've learned. Either some people hate me or some people hate you, but they don't hate us both, I don't think.
Well, that's fine because they're watching. I'm all right, but it's those that refuse to watch because they think that we don't belong over here. I cannot tolerate that, bro.
I did hear this. I'm not gonna call his name.
Mm-hmm.
There was an artist said we hate on him, and I'm like, we didn't ever review this man. I'm sorry, we literally in 200 plus has never reviewed or mentioned him.
Where's the hate?
That's why he feels like we hate on him. He said that he's not country enough. Now I'm like, damn. We've been accused of reviewing only white people. We've been accused of only. We've been accused. I've had someone in my inbox like, I guess I gotta be white.
Mm.
But I've never heard anyone say they hating on me because I'm not country enough, but they're white.
No.
And my only thing was no disrespect, because I actually follow this person on social media.
Right.
But I've never seen a video come up of them. So I made it it's two artists that not the next two episodes, but probably the episode after, I'm going to get those two artists who feel like we, for whatever reason, keep overlooking them and put their videos in because we have no hate for no one. Matter of fact, if one of us don't like you, we still will allow your record to be reviewed, and the person who don't like you probably just won't speak.
Right.
But we ain't gonna allow our emotions to not cover the record that the people might appreciate.
Agree. That's something no one can say that we are guilty of. We don't allow the emotions to stop the review and the promotion of the genre. And
the honest review.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever given a review and just been like, man, forget them. I'm trashing it goes on like it.
Right.
We disagree. We'll disagree, You might be team whoop-de-whoop and I might be team whoop-de-whoop.
Right.
But hey, man, cheers to you. Nobody got time to hate. It takes too much time to hate.
Right.
All right. Before we get into anything, before we go any further, and we talked about the church dollar for dollar.
Yes.
And I talked about the dollar for dollar on the live, and I said the church mentioned goulash.
Okay.
And in my time on earth, I have heard the word goulash, but I never knew what goulash was.
Okay.
And I gotta say, if there's a Guinness book, there probably should be a Guinness Book of World Record or some type of book that acknowledges when a first time a word is used in a rap.
Okay.
And I think Church is the first person to put goulash in a rap.
Okay.
And I was like, what is goulash? And everybody jumped on me like,
well, you almost had your black card taken.
What? Well, I didn't. That's a black dish?
That's a slave dish. Yes. We didn't have the best stuff back then. So we when we made goulash and chili and a bunch of them other things, it was from leftovers and scraps and whatever else we could find. Yes.
Well, they jumped on my noggin. And it was like, you would know what goulash was if you had the Creekside Cookbook. I'm like, the what? I'm like, let me find out that all the Creek Squad, did I say Creekside or Creek Squad?
You say Creekside, but it's all good.
I think Creek Squad. You know what? My kids went to Creekside High School, so Creek Squad Cookbook. I'm like, man, let me find out that the Fuggins has gotten together and created a cookbook. And it's like, we're going to make sure the person knows that you was talking about the cookbook and have them send you it.
Okay.
And you know what? The person, her name is Tamara May. She got in my inbox and she said, I heard you was online talking about the Creek Squad Cookbook, and I am the author, and I would like to send you one. I'm like, sure. I was like, you know, how much does it cost? I'll buy it. She's like, no, just because you mentioned it, I'll send it to you. I'm like, if you send it, I'll sure mention it again.
Okay.
And
that was fast.
She hit me up, said she like, send me the address. I sent her the address, and lo and behold, this is the Creek Squad Cookbook.
How's that Creek Squad one church ain't on the cover?
Now, it is not called the Creek Squad Cookbook. I thought it was going to say that.
Okay.
The cookbook is called The Road to Southern Cooking Recipes.
Okay.
And it's by Mrs. Tamara May.
Okay.
Look on the inside. She was so gracious to autograph it.
That's dope.
Thank you, Vic. Thank you for your support, Vic. Tamara May. All right?
That's dope. That is dope as hell right there.
All the ordering information is, you can go to her Instagram and it's just Tamara May, and she'll give you her information. She has a Shopify page. I don't remember the address, but Tamara May, you can find her. It's a collection of recipes by Tamara May. She's from Ashland City, Tennessee. And I think her and Church's mother are besties.
Okay, so she do know Church.
Yes. She's affiliated.
Well, I didn't want the name being thrown out there, because that'd be like, you know, you're infringing on copyrights.
No.
You know how I feel about that shit there.
Church's mother has talked about. Church's mother has talked about this on her page.
Okay.
This is official tissue.
Okay.
What's dope about it, man? It's got some nice Southern tidbits. Got a little poetry. It got pictures of the members of her family, random tips, like things I definitely didn't know. And this is like my favorite part of the cookbook. Eat marshmallows. It soothes a sore throat. Did you know that?
I know it soothes an upset stomach, but I didn't know about a sore throat.
I didn't know either. You taught me too. Maybe you need a Creek Squad cookbook.
The sugar settles the stomach. So that amount of sugar, too much will make you throw up. But yeah.
This one I did know, thanks to my grandfather, Jimmy Lee, may he rest in peace. Apply wet tobacco to a bee sting.
Yeah. If you can get a cannabis leaf, though, you probably should do that. But, you know, I don't know many of us are growing cannabis, but, you know, that's a side note. I'm not. I don't know nothing about that stuff, you know.
I want my own strand one day.
I probably want to sell some strands one day, but I can't participate no more.
You wouldn't. I'm just saying, if you have your own strand, do you got to smoke it to sell it? Like if we had the Country Rap Report, I don't know. I can't think of a word. Would we have to smoke it on air to sell it?
I don't think so. I mean, but it would probably add more validity to the strand if we were smoking it on camera. Because Snoop got his own strand, so you know he's if you're smoking on that doggy dog or whatever it is, and you know it makes sense. But I can't participate. Like you could puff for me, or whoever else we got in the room can do that.
And this is the last one I'm gonna go. These are just called random tips. For chapped hands and face, wash with sugar water.
No, that's new.
But
I ain't know nothing about that there. Sugar water? Oh.
That to me, you go from chapped hands and face to sticky hands and face. That's just what I would.
Chapped hands and face. I would probably use coconut oil versus sugar water, but I gotta try the sugar water now just to see what the hell. Like what?
Are you literally gonna go Put some water.
Oh, I'm gonna try it now. Hell yeah. What do they call old wives' remedies?
Old Southern remedies.
Yeah, them things, some old wives' tales and all that stuff. It has some truth to it because of the tradition that has been passed down. So I want to go and try it just to see what it was like or what it is. It might not be sugar water. It might not be table sugar. It might be pure cane sugar because that back in the times they used pure stuff and stuff that was off the land. So I don't know if it was. I don't know. I'm going to try it. So she got my interest peaked now for sure.
She has a section called 101 Ways to Praise a Child, which I thought was really, really dope. It's 101 key words that you can say to help praise a child.
Yeah, she probably should have made an Instagram about that entire thing by itself.
Words like wow, way to go,
yeah.
Super, you're special, outstanding, and so on and so on.
Hell yeah. I like all of that.
And then, she got tidbits, pictures of the family, cooking tips, and then she gets into the recipes. She has a beverage and appetizer section. That word goes in there with biz believe for me.
And you got it
right. Soups and salads, vegetables and side dishes. Very interesting cookbook. Tamara May, I need you to send Diva one of these. Y'all tag Tamara May because I need Tamara May to send Diva one of these.
Oh, and Heather would make it and put it on her blog. They should probably be talking anyway because they're in the same space.
Yes. Tamara May, when you watch this episode, make sure Diva gets one of these.
Yes, please.
And I can't give Diva mine because
you got your name in it.
But not just that. I cook a lot.
Yeah, you do. You do.
And the recipes in here are fairly simple. That's what and it's thin. When I see and I still like cookbooks. I still like cookbooks, even though my cookbook is named Yvonne.
Okay.
I just dial a number, and she'd be like, "Boy, you done cooked this 1,000 times. Why are you asking?" I I just like talking to you while I cook. But shout out the Road to Southern Cooking.
Nice.
The official Creek Squad cookbook. And goulash is in here.
Nice.
Goulash is in here. So make sure y'all holler at Tamara May. Tell the Country Rap Report sent you. Get you a copy.
I think goulash has like a Russian or Romanian or some shit. Some of them people that came over here during the migration. I think that's the roots of it. But we learned it and made it our own thing in the Black community. And goulash turned into gumbo.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we perfected it.
A recipe, something I ate over the holidays, this past holiday season, Christmas. And I had heard this word my whole life and never knew what it was.
Okay.
And it's one of I love it. Quiche.
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 You know what quiche is, right?
I didn't.
Okay.
I had quiche, and I love quiche.
You gonna go buy some more quiche now?
No. I was at someone's house, and they had made homemade quiche, and I was like, "What is this?" I'm more like, "What? It's good. They're good. This is that's quiche." And I thought quiche was some type of vegetable dish. I didn't know it was a dish that had a lot of beef, and I'm a beef eater. Hence why I cannot lose weight. All right, man, let's get into hold on, let's say this, and then I'm sure we're going to talk about it later, but everyone who watches the show knows that we pre-record.
Yes.
Did you get a chance, and I hope this don't, we'll spin into the episode real quick. Did you get a chance to watch the Brabo Gator record?
I did.
Did you?
I did. I was in the premiere. I was there.
I was in the premiere too. I was watching from the bushes.
Okay.
I wasn't in the chat.
I didn't jump in the chat either because the way I felt about it, that probably would have set some people off. So I didn't. I just held my tongue.
Now, is this episode worthy?
Is it episode? Oh,
but you said the way you felt, and we haven't said what we're going to talk about. And we can just.
I just don't understand. I thought this was supposed to be like Target on Lock Gator. That wasn't Target on Lock. That was not. That was. Let me grab the gun. but you ain't lock. When you put the target on lock, you say names, motherfucker. You don't hint.
So first of all, let me say this.
And I was looking for the diss from us, by the way. I was waiting on it. I was waiting on some slide jab. Yes, because you know we as in me have not said the most fondest things about his fiance. But I'm not going to retort any of it because I'm still team male. So I'm not going to change my opinion on that because I don't like the relationship that is happening between that label owner and an artist. It's not going to change for me. You know, but past that, I'm still going to review the music and you're still going to get my unbiased opinion on the music.
Let me say this, because I literally went from watching his stories. I watched his stories, and he basically was on a rampage about 2 weeks ago.
Right.
I'm bringing the smoke. Who won it? Who got it?
He's been like that since the I got some shit to say interview.
No,
he's been that way.
The funny thing is, he was actually like that before.
I missed it before then.
Yes, bro. He was on one before. And that's what made me watch the I Got Some Shit to Say.
Okay.
Because he was on it so hard the week prior. And he said he had a record coming out.
And he was calling names in the interview.
Yes. So I watched him be mad for a whole week on his story.
Right.
That led me to the interview. I'm like, okay, I got some names.
Okay.
So then I'm really, really waiting for this song.
Right.
And I feel like that I have been part of a 3-week troll campaign, 4-week troll campaign.
That's very accurate. That's very accurate.
Because I'm in the bushes. I ain't in the chat, but I'm in the YouTube bushes.
Right. I'm
here for the smoke. I got other people. I got my Instagram open, and I'm in the bushes because I'm ready to go to the pages of the names that get dropped because I'm gonna see if they got the smoke back.
Right.
I mean, I'm watching them. I'm in the premiere. I see Savannah in the premiere. I see Bubby in the premiere. I see Johnny in the premiere.
Bubby was in there early. Johnny Black.
Johnny, who you locked out over here.
Oh, okay. You talking about Tommy.
I see Tommy in the premiere. I'm like, man, they got it crunk up in here. All right. Like I said, I'm in the bushes. I ain't even put out the troll account. I'm just in the bushes looking.
I was the same. And Heather was right behind me. We were both watching.
Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm like you. I'm like, see if we get a half a bar or
something slick. Just say something fucked up. I'm waiting on it. Go ahead. And they're like it's not deserved, but go ahead and say it. Get it off your chest.
And I watch, and I'm like, okay, he got the bars. I cannot deny the bars.
Right.
I make it through the first 16. I'm like, oh, okay. He locked us in for the 16. He finna bring the heat to somebody anus now.
Right.
I'm broke. I probably might. You know how
we should have saved this for the review.
Bro, this is the review. How about that?
Well, okay. Well, the review without the video. Okay, that's fine. Let's run it. We go ahead and bump one of these other ones off.
No, we just give them a show.
Okay, cool.
This show is about the cookbook and this record.
All right.
Bro, I swear to God, you know how you being so nosy that you think you still hiding behind the bushes? Right. And people probably like, we see him. That's how I was. I'm like, huh? I'm like, it's premiere, I can't take it back. Right. Or maybe I could. Maybe I'm so slow, I don't realize I can take it back.
You can't take it back.
Oh.
Can't take it back.
I'm like, okay. He got everybody watching now because we didn't hear not one name in the premiere. Let me tell you, and don't y'all judge me, don't y'all laugh at me. I do my best thinking and concentrating on the toilet.
Okay.
For this premiere, I literally went in the bathroom, took my pants down so I could concentrate.
Pause.
Because I don't want to not know. I'm watching all these people with their terrible guesses.
Yeah.
Terrible guesses on who he's talking about. So I'm like, I know he gonna give it to him. Second verse, he got on his clean white shirt.
Right.
And then I hear the line, he has a line where he's like, let me get back to CEOing. I'm like, oh, it's coming after that.
Mm-hmm.
And as I got involved and dug deeper, the song went off.
Yeah.
Not one name. Matter of fact, I don't even think I heard anything I consider a significant subliminal.
Not unless you knew who he was talking about, then no.
I think those was random bars.
That's some shit that he been holding on since the John Connor days. I was upset. I was very disappointed when I heard.
Were you disappointed with bars or disappointed because he didn't say names?
I was disappointed that he was fucking singing in the record, and the singing was very weak. That it took away from the bars, because the bars definitely had emphasis. Even without the name, you knew that, he's talking some shit. This is classic dissing Gator. I'm mad. This good Gator. The Gator that we all expected when he's pissed off. That's that part. But then you took it all the way to left field when you started singing. Like, the singing was trash. The singing really threw me so far off, and I'm like, why are you singing? You are ruining the record. And I've been a critic of him singing before, but it ain't about the quality of the singing. It is that the singing wasn't necessary in this song. You could have just went bar for bar. You didn't even need no pause or even a break or a hook. You could have just went all bars. Just go all in. Put your foot on whoever's neck that you're talking about, and it would have been more effective. The singing really, with the bars, took me to a 10. Once you sung, it took me down to like a 7. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? Like, this isn't even good singing. Like, this is trash. And why, this is like demo level singing. But then he brought right back with the more dissing. And I wouldn't call them subliminals, but he threw some shots at some people, and I think those people know who he's talking about, because it sounded like something he might have repeated to them or already said to them. But also, by watching the other interviews that I did hear, I think most of this was more probably towards Best Believe. And I don't know anybody else who he would have dissed other than those people that he have already publicly dissed. So I'm thinking this record was towards Bez. If it was towards anybody else, then somebody gonna have to prove me wrong with some other facts. But based off of the beef and issues that we have heard from him over the last month, I think this was a Bez Believe subliminal diss. I don't even know if Bez would even try to reply back, because it wasn't a diss record to him specifically. Like,
yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's about. I want. If you are an artist, right?
Right.
And someone dissed you, but they didn't say your name, would you respond?
No.
You don't respond to subliminals?
No, it ain't a subliminal. I would only. Well, he talked about him in the interview, so I would reply back with what he said in the interview, which is going to make people think that he was talking about him in a diss song now. So that isn't bad marketing strategy for Gator, because now Gator would be like, well, I wasn't even talking about you in the song, but since you want to come at me, I'm now going to talk about you. So now it's you got a free one. He really didn't call any names, so now he's like, well, if you hit, motherfucker, then holler. And then when you holler, come with bars, and now we can have a spat. So right. By not calling names, he left it open to everybody. Like, if you hit, you hit.
But that's cool. If you weren't talking about in your live or in your story or your interview that you're going to call names.
Oh, no. Well, that's an outright troll then. Yes.
Because he said, matter of fact, he trolled one day, and I'm going to be honest, I ain't mad at you. You getting your views up. And you got views from me. I watched your entire story. You said, on my next post, I'm going to call names. On the next post, I'm going to call names. FJ got a new video. Savannah got a new video.
Man, did we talk
about this? Post, I'm gonna call. Bro, we talked about that.
We talked about that strategy in the previous episode. It hadn't aired yet, but it probably will air. I know it will air by the time they see this, but that's their strategy over at Mako, which isn't a strategy. It's just randomness. Let's go, and I'm gonna repeat it now. Let's rant on our lives or on social media for a minute to promote some stuff or uplift it, and then once it drops, We're gonna disappear for a couple weeks, and then we're gonna repeat that same cycle. Like that doesn't work, bro.
I don't know.
It doesn't. It's not good for consistency.
I just watched the act. Well, we need a word for that. There has to be some general word for that action. Because I feel like I watched and I called this one, and we're gonna stay on this. Matter of fact, this can embody a show because that is a strategy.
Because we got a couple questions too that I could probably throw in here too.
Okay, that is somewhat of a strategy, right?
Right.
Because this week, the week that we're filming, I watched Church, and we talked about that. Should Church be using his platform for this missing girl?
Okay.
We talked about that on the last episode, I think.
I don't remember what I said, but I probably said no. But
yeah, you said no. You said you don't think it's a good look. Okay, not that he shouldn't. You said you don't think it's a good look, and that wasn't based off him being involved. That was based off of potential people saying, "Hey, what about the missing girls in Tennessee?
Right.
What about the missing? What about my? You got a big platform. You helped bring that child home. Well, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of said it from that aspect. It opens him up to criticism.
Right.
And I think I said that it won't shock me if Church doesn't drop a record.
Okay.
It won't shock me if Church doesn't drop a record. And Church literally got into beefs with the Crime Stopper or the crime whatever the crime community is on the internet, the people who solve crimes. I didn't even know that community exists until Church.
Huge subgenre.
So the day after they found the girl's body, the next day, Church dropped a snippet of a video, 13-second snippet.
Okay.
Of a song called Superstar. And the following day, he dropped Superstar.
Okay.
And I said all along, it won't shock me if Church drops an album. Well, he hadn't dropped an album, but he did drop a rap video.
Okay.
That he hadn't said anything about, but he got all the eyes on him through that situation with the missing child. And rest in peace to her and condolences to her family. I'm not saying her name because I mispronounced it, but everyone, if you follow Church, you definitely know who we're talking about. So how do you feel about people? First of all, what do you call that? Is that like a troll move to bait people in and then say
it's definitely a bait? It's definitely a bait. You throwing it out there and see who catch.
Because by nature, I'm learning that people, and y'all can say what you want, people of all races, colors, creeds, and ages like drama.
Yep.
And saying I'm gonna dish you, I'm gonna dish you, I'm gonna dish you, I'm gonna dish you, I'm gonna dish you. I'm gonna call names, I'm gonna talk about your mama, your daddy, I'm gonna talk about everybody. When my record come out, ooh, and then your record comes out and you say nothing. Now you didn't go opposite, but he didn't say anything. Now, to me, I thought the bars were on point.
Bars were great.
Actually, they were great, and I still stand behind Gator is the best rapping CEO in hip-hop history. That write his own rhymes. I mean, we talked about that. I can't give it to Dr. Dre because he never wrote a lyric. I can't give it, no. You know. And it's questionable. He's definitely, put like this, he's definitely Mount Rushmore worthy of rapping CEOs.
Okay.
And I'm talking country rap and rap.
Okay.
Who have put out successful artists. I ain't talking about somebody who put out somebody who didn't make no dent, but for the fact that he has the number one female in the genre, he has a successful artist.
Right.
But the fact that I was looking for something else, I don't think I appreciated the bars the way I should. And I don't know if that's shame on me or shame on him for trolling
me. Both. Because I felt the same way.
So we there for smoke.
Oh, we were looking for smoke, and it was still smoke. It was all smoke. There was no fire.
But yeah, that was smoke.
There was all smoke.
That's the definition of smoke. And it was no fire because he got us good. He even used the Chad Arms interview to help build the trolls, in my opinion.
Which is interesting. Why are we on Gator and his shit? Since this is turning into the shit show. My wife told me the other day that Gator was on his live and he said that he checked into his Instagram and he saw that Adam Calhoun had stopped following him. So he unfollowed Adam. And immediately I told my wife, you finna get trolled. Leave the shit alone. No, I only want to know. Like you and her are the only reason I know what the fuck's going on over there at Mako. Because I really don't give a shit. Because because it's random as fuck and I need order instead of chaos. Unless it's music and videos, miss me with it. But I told her, I said, look, if there are two people on this planet that are experts in trolling, it is Adam Calhoun and Brabo Gator. If you think for any second that this could not be true, like I want you to think, ignore it for the face value. Imagine what this is going to do for both of them. That there's potential quote unquote beef between the two because Adam unfollowed him and he unfollowed her. And I don't give a shit, but this is probably a troll on both of them because now it looks like beef. And Gator and Adam came from the hip hop times where fake rap beefs existed, where fake rap beefs will increase viewers and fandom because people think, oh, I'm finna be Team Gator, or I'm finna be Team Adam, or people just nosy as fuck and want to jump over here and be like, well, what y'all beefing about? You know? So for this to be legitimate, I don't know. Again, I don't care because it's nothing relative to the music. Does it increase interest in the genre? Yes. Does it have people looking at both of them and be like, okay, what's going on? Yes. Does it have people waiting on music from both of them now? Yes. Is this a legitimate rap tactic that has been used throughout the decades? Absolutely. So am I surprised if it was not fake? Not really. If it's real, then I'm even more puzzled. Like, why do y'all care? Like, both of y'all just need to be making money and do it in this genre and kill it. But if there's any sort of beef to where a dude can stop following another dude on a social media platform, I need to know what that beef is. Like, what makes you do that? That's what my concern is, because your platform is over here in this genre is pretty much how you promote your music, how you push your agenda. And to find out that another big artist is no longer following you, that probably is news, but it's not something that we're like following and or endorsing, or it's a headline. That would have been something that Kelsey RIP would have promoted on Country Rap News. But that's some other news tidbits for you reactors that are out there. Y'all can have that.
I did know. I heard him talk about that too. Now the unfollowing thing, I don't understand why artists get so upset. I don't even know who follows me. I don't
agree. I don't know until they inbox me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't go through to see who follows me and who don't.
Oh no, I check and see who hates stuff. I even reached out to a couple of artists like who ain't fucking with us and who is. I even reached out to Sean Parrish. We had beef at first. But I reached out to him and said, hey bro, who's fucking with us and who ain't? I need to know. Because the motherfuckers that ain't fucking
that question?
Oh, I asked directly because I know it was random from me to them probably because I've never reached out to them before. But when I reached out, I was like, bro, I need to know who fucking with us and who ain't. Because the people that ain't fucking with us will not get a review from me. So I'm not going to help you sell any more records. No, they haven't. No one's. Everybody's like, nah. Everybody, as far as I know, everybody's fucking with y'all. Okay, cool.
Yeah, cool. That's random. I wouldn't answer that question.
I would answer. Like, bro,
because no, it's like snitching.
I'm snitching. I'm sending names. I'm sending screenshots. Like that boy say he don't fuck with you at all, bro. Look at the screenshot.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't look to see who's following me. I never have. I ain't got that kind of time on my hand. So for somebody to say, "Hey, Cal, follow me," bro, I don't have that kind of time. I guess if you don't follow a lot of people, maybe it's easier.
Well, and then we find out. We find out through Heather, because when she puts up the reviews, or the shows, she tags the artist. But you know, and I think we found out that Savannah wasn't following us because we tried to tag her. I was like, damn, you know, we can't promote to you. What's going on? Savannah's page gone. She been hacked. And then when we looked in the Country Rap Report page, and you know, she's still there. So we just deduced, okay, she's mad, you know, because I called her an adulteress. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm still gonna review your music every day.
We were unfollowed by artists who said it was a mistake, and he quickly rectified it. So, but other than that's the way it's generally found. Trying to tag. Right.
Well, yeah, through the tags. Yeah, because we're promoting your music. I don't understand. If you unfollow us and we're trying to promote you and help you make money, one of us is stupid.
Bro, I don't even, you know what?
And it ain't us.
You can hate me as long as you're not blasting me or talking about me. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But if you're willing to promote me, you can hate me and promote me. I don't care. And I will hate you and promote. I just, no harm, no foul. Because I just feel like everyone doesn't agree. So as long as you don't disrespect me or my family, do that over there.
No, I can't.
I don't expect everybody like me.
This is where we differ then. Because if once I find out that you don't rock with us and we are for this entire genre. Now, if it's personal, I understand Savannah's. Savannah's fine. It's legitimate. It should be. And I accept it. I'm a little salty about it, you know, but I make jokes about it, but it is justified. I should be blocked by her. And I probably should be blocked by everybody over there at that label except Gator.
You don't think Gator should block you?
Gator should because that's her boyfriend, but Gator is still the CEO, so he has to like still have his ear to what the outlets are saying about him. He has to do it. If not, then he can block me and then somebody else over there can keep all of them updated to what we are saying about them. But because he is a major force in his genre, I don't think he has, and he's running everything, and he's definitely has his hands in everything else and probably micromanaging. He won't. If he does, I would be surprised. But I mean, again, that would be, if he does, he would have to delegate somebody else to control social media for us or what we're saying, and then he will block us. But again, it would be justified. But it's those that are out there that have never spoken to us that or we have reviewed and may not have said anything favorable, but they still block us because they're in their feelings. Those are the ones that I don't like. Like I've already talked about the 1%, but everybody's not going to like you. And if you think everybody should like you, especially the two black people over here that quote unquote don't belong, then fam, you probably need to reassess your career. Because if everybody liked you, then you would probably be bigger than Upchurch. And Upchurch is probably A-list over here in this entire genre. And I would say A-list by far. And then there's Upchurch, and then there's a huge drop-off to everybody else. And then there's another huge drop-off to a whole nother class. Like, there are levels in this shit, but he's top of it.
The lyrics were superb. I had to go back and re-listen to it after I didn't hear any names to be unmad.
Okay. The singer was trash, though. Singer was trash, though, right?
You know what? The bars was it was so bar heavy.
Okay.
I really didn't even pay attention to the singing. I usually didn't even respect singing in disc records until Drake did.
Well, you don't ever get bodied by a singing dude. So, that's different. That's completely different.
So I had to listen to it twice because he trolled me.
Okay.
Because I really was prepared to crank up the camera and say, man, what the what? But that was the nosy part of me. Now, when I went back and looked at it and looked at the creative side of it, as always, Ghost did his thing on the video.
Oh, for sure. There was not a bad. I think it was kind of choppy in certain parts, but I wasn't mad at it. It was Ghost still did his thing. I think it might have been a filter on it or something that I didn't like. I don't know, because I wasn't expecting to do the full review on that video right now. But I didn't see anything that would take away from it. The video still would have got a perfect for me. I still give it a perfect, even though I hated the singing, even though I hated your wardrobe, Gator.
You didn't like the white shirt?
Bro, no. What you finna preach? What are you doing?
To me, this is how I view the white shirt. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, give me that.
That one time when he was like, "Can I get back to CEOing?" Because he's sitting at like the board table, and everybody has on the black, like the black rolls, the black. You can't see anything.
Right.
I thought that was dope. He's a CEO at a table full of devils of unexpected things. I thought that within itself made a very dope ass.
Well, I didn't get that. I didn't get that subliminal. I didn't even really dig into the whole black hood, no face thing. But I get it now that you say that. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Then that scene only should have been. No, he still should have had on a tie and a suit or something if he's gonna go on his CEO shit. No, don't just throw on
white, crispy white tee,
right?
Crispy white button down,
crispy white button down that's fresh out the pack, and then go and shoot the video. It wasn't Gator for me, for real. Like, not the appearance. I don't know what I should have seen though, because and when they did the swamp video, I can't remember what he had on in that, truthfully. Okay, so I'm not really mad at the wardrobe. I didn't like the white tee, white shirt though. I think you probably could have done something different. And I thought you probably should have went over the top with the chains and the jewelry. They were in there, but I probably would have been more acceptable to over the top.
Make like
two watches. Take his chain that you took back from him and put it on there. Like, I wanted to see all of that. Now he could just troll us and be like, you know what? I'm gonna name this Out of the Swamp or whatever, Out of the Water, and then put it in parentheses, best believe this. Or put it in the description, best believe this. If you want, however you want to do it. But put it out there so where all of us that are saying, well, who is it about? You can have it in writing. Because motherfuckers don't read. So if you put it in writing, then it'll be like, look, it was there the whole time. Y'all just didn't look at it.
I don't think it was about best believe. I just think it was.
What was it about then?
I don't think it was about anybody.
Bro, them weren't just random jabs. He was talking about some specific stuff.
Now, I could be wrong, and we can get him on the show if possible.
Who?
Gator.
Gator ain't come back on the show.
You don't think he'll ever come back on the show?
No, I think he's done. Especially all the shit I've said about him and his fiance, he ain't come back on the show. Gator's probably like, fuck country rap.
Would you want to come back on the show?
Oh, well, yeah, because I need to talk about some. We deliberately did not talk about Savannah stuff in our interview because I did not want to upset him, nor did I want to, make the room matter. I was trying to read the room as best as I could.
So now you want to talk about it?
Now I need to talk about why I'm mad at him and her being in a relationship. Yes, and I need to tell him that.
Oh, yeah.
But I've said openly to everybody else, but I don't know if it needs to be something we need to do with the camera on. Because and why I'm still team Mel.
I don't want to be there.
Okay, cool.
I won't be there for that one. I don't think that one. I don't think I should be involved in that.
I don't think anybody should be. Well, no, I don't think anybody should have been involved in their relationship. This is my whole point. They should have never made the video and put it out there. Y'all gonna be in a relationship, but keep it secret. It's nobody's business. Now you got this. Now you got Best Believe done left. Hard Target done left. Blind Fury done left. Did I miss anybody? Them three people. Three people came. Three people done came. Trap House Coda done left. You got four people that have come to your label and have left. You got four people that I don't know what happened or whatever the scenarios are because it's never been public by any of them. But you still got Savannah. You still got FJ. And those are the only two that we see you guys doing public. And now you are rapping.
We got Bubby.
Well, Bubby too, but Bubby's new, so he really gets the pass. But my whole thing was, one, the CEO shouldn't be rapping. That was number one. And number two, you should not or cannot be there's no fraternization. He knew these rules when I was there in his house and we talked about this stuff. Those are my two biggest rules. The CEO needs to sit down and be CEO. And you cannot be fucking the dancers. That's my rule. That's the term of it. Don't never fuck the dancers. I'm saying you got to give it the term. Like the fraternization.
That's all hip hop because back in the day, all the hip hop artists had female dancers.
For sure. And with tapping them, and then it became a problem. But those are my two biggest rules. He broke both of them immediately. It wasn't until we found out that they were dating, then he started rapping on a full-time basis. He experimented with Shark Week. He just threw it out there during that time. And then he got a little bit more feet wet. When you are the CEO and you are an artist too, every other artist that is on that label is going to scrutinize everything that you do because they are going to feel like they're not going to get the spotlight that you are going to give yourself. first, because it's always about self-preservation in this game. I don't care who you are, whatever level it is, from Jay-Z all the way down to whoever's starting to rap today and they fresh off the porch. Everybody in there is all about self-preservation and them trying to get as much spotlight as they can on themselves. When your boss is rapping and y'all trying to compete for the same spotlight, there's going to be some sort of discontent in everybody that is on that label. You're not going to prove me any different. You cannot, because the human behavior, and this is the psychology shit that is in me, that part of human behavior is never going to go away. It's entrenched in us. We want that spotlight. We're doing this for that spotlight. And now you're telling me that the person who is paying me, the person who is orchestrating my career, is competing for that same spotlight, and I'm supposed to get the same spotlight that he is getting? It's not going to happen. That person, that artist will never, prove me wrong, please, but that artist will never be content to where they are in their career, because they're always going to feel like, well, shit, you got more spotlight over there because you paid a little bit more money over here for their promo, or you knew this person and you did a little extra for your record. Like it's not going to happen. It's not going to end well, which is why you never do it while you have a roster. You do it to build up the label, and then you can add rosters. But by that time, you're now stepping back to be CEO and letting them reap the benefits of the empire that you have built. But it has never worked for any other artist in hip hop. All of the it never. And you got to prove me wrong on that one. Even in hip hop, it has never worked. Until the artist moves to CEO and then stops rapping completely, there's always going to be that discontent. There's always going to be that shade. There's always going to be that envy. Like, I want that spotlight. Why is that on you? Like, you were supposed to be sitting the fuck down. Why are they looking at you and not looking at me? Like, I need that spotlight. I want people talking about me, but they still talking about you because you won't sit down. You won't put the mic down. That's not going to stop me. Don't get me started on the whole dating wanted to help. That's a whole nother tangent that will never be settled.
And it's really not music. It can be just on the workplace in general. If you're in retail and you and this female are both trying to be a GM, y'all both assistants, and you're trying to get promoted to GM.
Right.
And then there's a GM position available, and y'all both equal.
Right.
And you find out the female assistant manager is sleeping with the district manager who makes that final decision who's the GM. You will feel like that you don't have a dog in this fight.
You will feel like, oh, I need to fill out my resume because I can't. And it ain't no need of me being here.
Yeah.
This is as far as I'm gonna go.
As long as he tapping,
right.
I don't see him saying, you know what, I'm gonna promote you over her.
Right.
He got to go home and hear that headache.
Exactly.
And if he tapping and ain't supposed to be tapping, he know he might get told on. So he gonna It's just and we said, and this is not me. I'm not jumping in to disrespect the situation. I've actually at this point grown to respect. You know what? I'm not gonna. My feelings and my beliefs are still my feelings and my beliefs.
Right.
But
same.
At this point, I'm gonna just keep it to the music because I probably would be upset if they made a video about me, but I wouldn't make the video that led us to make the video.
Agreed. That's the point. You opened up this can. No one else did it. This is all on you, fam. That was your video. For the record, and I didn't say this then. I did not say this then. And I think my wife breaks the mold, and she must have threw it away. Because my wife now was my supervisor. Okay.
Bro, she ain't show me no love. Nada. Matter of fact, it took someone else to get me to the position I was trying to get at. But I think in the back of my mind, my wife didn't want to even make me feel like I received favor.
Right. The favoritism part. Yes.
And for the record, we never, I say that we dated 3 years and never said we're dating.
At work.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. I used to be in my feelings, and I told a couple people.
Right, because they were probably looking at it like, damn.
No, it was me. It was me. Because it was guys still trying to holler at them.
Right.
And I sit back.
No, dog. No, dog.
And I might tell the person working behind me, because they're like, oh man, I think him and her getting together. So my ego like, they ain't getting together. Oh no, man, look, they look pretty close. Man, she's checking for him. Man, you might don't see what I see. I see them talking it. Man, I'm hitting that. What?
Thump your chest, man. Thump your chest.
Yeah, you know, I'm hitting that. That's how I know. I'm hitting that. Man, I heard they went to the movie last night. Ain't no way possible they could have went to the movie last night because you went to the movie. You don't say nothing though. So shout out to the two people who never outed me.
Right.
But they never got a confirmation from her, but they know I don't lie. So
right.
But they kept it G. Now there were rumors because we would get seen places. Like one time, it was a big football game, our hometown, and it's like the football game was out of town.
Uh-huh.
And I think they must have ran a damn bus because everybody from out of town came out of town to the football game. And it was state championship run, so I get it, right?
Right.
And me and her stood together, but not together. We literally put a person in between us. Because there were so many people from our job there. We knew that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
To show you how farther we took it, we both quit the same day. But we put in our last work day was the same. We put in our 2 weeks notice, we staggered them. I went 1 week, she went 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we got our job offers the same day, we put in our notice, we staggered our notices. And when we went to the new job, our wedding date was planned. We got married 23 days after we started the new job. We worked their entire year without telling them we were married.
Damn.
Because we did not, and she wasn't my supervisor once we went to the new job.
Right.
We actually had the same managerial position.
Okay.
But we did not want anybody thinking we weren't capable of being managers. Even though we didn't have no direct contact, we didn't want that to cloud the vision of the people, and we wanted them to focus. We said we're going to give them 1 year of our work ability and work ethic. That way, when they find out we're married, they can judge us on our previous performance,
right?
Not what they think. Because they can't go back like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So I get it, bro, because it's going to make anybody feel at a disadvantage. So, you know, but on the back end, I think when we made the video, we went hard.
We did.
But the fact that video comes up all the time, I'm sure they probably every time she dropped, be like, "Get that damn video going."
Right up under the new one.
So, again, man, not to get away from the Out of the Water record, I just wanted to hear who he was talking about, the nosiness in me. I thought it was a good record. I thought it was a good video. Matter of fact, I've grown to expect nothing less from Mako as a whole.
Agreed.
So, anything else you want to add since we made this episode a first ever one record review show?
One record review. This is true. If there is going to be follow-up records, I think you should call names.
Since when LJ didn't interview with me, bro, I was literally logged in waiting. He could have said to you, anyone could have shot me a message and say FJ won't be on. But the fact that I'm literally sitting on my computer.
Did I know about this?
No, I didn't hit you up. I hit you up later. You probably found out maybe a week ago because you didn't know. I didn't hit you up and say he didn't show up. The next time we communicated, because you was busy putting things together there. So the next time we communicated, I told you he didn't show up. Yeah. We had a set time and date. I literally sent out a link and was sitting there waiting.
Damn.